I think what a lot of people, myself included, find appealing about polyamory is that it kind of takes away some of the expectations around one person has to be your everything all the time. Because that's stressful as a partner, to feel like I have to be something to someone constantly. And it's also, I'm realizing, like, there's no one who I have, like, our Venn diagrams of things in common aren't like, whoa, they're pretty much overlapped. Like, almost everybody in my life, it's something like that.
Right.
And that means that I get to have multiple people who I have that overlap with in different ways. So, like, my partner, my baby daddy, is really into going to festivals and stuff with his sweetie, and I'm like, I don't care for festivals. So, like, instead I will go camping, like, one-on-one with someone and do that more of a style. And we can both get our needs met and come back and have stories to tell each other and exciting things to offer each other, because we're not just trying to, you know, sacrifice our own interests all the time for one another, because that's like our one person who we have to get everything from.
But I think, like, you know, as a sort of caveat to that, something that I've realized, I've been identifying as polyamorous and practicing it for about 2 years. I think that something that I've learned in that time is that it takes a lot of confidence and a lot of knowing yourself to be okay with not being everything to somebody.
Right. Yeah.
Whether that's ingrained or whether that's learned in our culture, whatever it is, like, I know that it sounds really beautiful to me to be like, oh, thank God I don't have to be somebody's everything. But when someone's like, you're not as into that, so I'm going to do it with someone else,
right,
that's really deeply hard for me. And so, like, that's been a kind of an interesting, where the talk is much different than the experience in my own brain.
It also counters the, like, soulmate twin flame folklore that we're programmed to want.
So it's like, you know, at the times where I can be like, something sounds real bad to me, and I actually don't want to do it, and then I don't have to, and then my partner's not upset, like, that can go really well, but I have to do a real process with myself of not wanting to practice the patterns I've done for 15 years of dating, of not quite 15, like 10 years of dating, not since I was 10. Like 10 years of dating, of wanting to change myself constantly in order to be perfect for everybody. And that's something, a tool about myself and a tool way of doing relationships that I learned was really valuable. To be a chameleon and be malleable and be like, sure, I could like that thing. I will sacrifice my time for you. I will change my interests to match yours. And then to have this sort of open door into polyamory of being like, no, I have someone else who's actually into it who will do that. I have to be like, am I still loved? Am I still okay? Like, are the things that I'm actually into still okay to be into? And that's been something I've been really working through right now.
Especially if one of the things you're into, I relate to this, of, like, priding myself in a kind of behavioral flexibility and being able to connect in different ways. I'm like, wait, can I try the thing?
Yeah, it's like, I could do it. And it's like, well, you don't have to. Like, you're like, but then am I still worthwhile?
I used to really struggle with that. That was something that with my ex, when he was first dating someone, they would go out blues dancing. And I'm like, I could learn to dance. I have good rhythm. Like, I could dance. And he's like, yeah, but you never expressed interest in it. And she actually invited me out to it. And I'm like, I want to take dance lessons with you suddenly, you know? Like, it almost felt like you didn't even give me a chance. But after a while, it kind of became like, no, honestly, I'm too busy for all that shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's something I still work on, and I'm really glad you brought that up, because that's the real stuff.